The Quiet Room 1, the house. When the Anderson family first saw the house, they thought they'd found paradise. It stood alone at the end of a cracked asphalt road, surrounded by skeletal pines that clawed at the gray sky. The real estate agent, smiling too widely, had called it a hidden gem. It was cheap. Too cheap. The house was large, too large for a family of 3. But the moment they crossed the threshold, the air felt heavy. 8-year-old Lily clung to her mother's hand and whispered, "Mom, who's that boy upstairs?" There was no boy upstairs, not yet. 2. The whispering walls. The Andersons moved in on a cold Sunday. Boxes filled the foyer, the walls yellowed with age. At night, the wind howled like a wounded animal. By the second night, Lily refused to sleep in her room. She said a boy stood in the corner, smiling with black teeth. Her father, Mark, scolded her. "There's no one here but us." But her mother woke at 3:17 a.m. to find Lily sleepwalking toward the attic door. The door was locked, had always been locked. Yet in Lily's small hand was a rusted key. 3. What happened here? On the 4th day, Mark went into town and asked the old man at the gas station about the house. The old man's face tightened. It used to be the Harrington family's place. Boy named Eli Harrington lived there. Quiet kid. Too quiet. One night, he cut their throats while they slept. All of them. Then set the bodies at the dinner table like dolls. Sheriff found him rocking in the attic, singing to their heads. Mark didn't tell his wife. That night, he nailed the attic door shut, but at 3:17 a.m., the nails lay on the floor. The door stood wide open, and from above came the sound of a child's laughter, wet and broken. 4. The quiet room. They called it the quiet room, the small, windowless room at the top of the house. It was where the bloodstains still seeped through the boards, no matter how much bleach they used. Lily disappeared there on the 6th night. They found her sitting cross-legged on the floor, humming a lullaby. Her fingernails were torn and bleeding, and carved into the wall above her were the words, "I made them quiet." When her mother reached for her, Lily turned and whispered in a voice not her own, "He likes me. He wants me to stay." 5. The last night Mark decided they had to leave. They packed by flashlight, not daring to turn on the house's ancient power. But as they carried boxes to the truck, the house grew. Alive. Door slammed. The air turned to ice. And from every wall came the sound of tiny bare feet running, running, running. The lights exploded. The attic door yawned open. Lily stood at the top of the stairs, smiling with teeth too sharp. Her eyes were black voids. He said I can be like him now. Then the house went dark. At sunrise, smoke curled from the windows. The neighbors came running, but stopped when they saw the bloody shapes painted on the walls, smiling. Stick figures holding knives. In the dining room, they found Mark and his wife seated at the table. Their throats slit, mouths sewn into wide grins. And Lily was nowhere. Only her voice echoed from the attic, soft and sing-song. Now they're quiet. So quiet, so quiet. Months later, a new family bought the house. A young couple and their baby boy. They never asked about the stains. They laughed off the way the upstairs floorboards creaked under invisible feet. And every night their baby wakes at 3:17 a.m. laughing.